Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. Hope you all have had a good weekend. Um, so last week we talked about Judaism and the Holocaust and that kind of thing. And so, hold on a second. I thought, actually, I found a documentary not very long that I want to show you all. So, for those of you guys online, there are two. Before we watch the documentary, you are going to do two things, three things actually. There are two articles linked here on the module. This one from the BBC and this one on Auschwitz. I want you. Part of your assignment today is going to be to read both of those. And the articles explain what they're about and who they are and that kind of thing. But I want you to read both of them, and I'll go through real quick and show you what they look like. And then there will be a discussion thing I want you to do for an assignment, basically. And then if you are coming into school on Thursday, we will go over and talk about all of these in a little more detail than you guys just reading them. But for now, here's what I want you to do. There are two of them. This one right here from the BBC. If you click on it, it is about a man by the name of Dr. Joseph Mengele, and talks about who they were or who he is, what he's known for, um, that kind of thing. If you remember, when we talked about the Holocaust last week, I mentioned a lady by the name of Eva Kor. This is the same doctor who did those experiments on her. That's actually what the documentary is about, is this Eva Kor lady. So I wanted to have you all get a little bit more background on who Dr. Mengele was, what he did, that kind of thing. And so it's got pictures and all. Some of them are a little tough to see. Um, there's some videos here. You don't have to watch the videos unless you want to. Um, just read through the article, um, and then we will talk about it on Thursday when you all come in. If you are going to be in school on Thursday. The other article, and I'll pull it up here in a second, maybe, is about the camp where Dr. Mengele worked, Auschwitz, as it's called. Maybe. There we go. So there's the first one, and then it will be this one here. Now, this has multiple sections. These are the two you will need to read, titled KL Auschwitz and then Jews in Auschwitz, and I'll show you where those are. So click on the link. The first one, if you look down here where it talks about this, if you click read more, and then it gives you some information on where the camp was, what it was for. Um, don't worry about some of the German words and stuff. Like you don't need to know how to say them or anything. Just if you need to, you can always highlight it, right click, and click speak, and it will read it for you. So that's something to consider if you would like to just have something read to you. If you highlight what you're wanting and you right click it, go down to where it says speech, and it should give you an option for start speaking, and that will read it out loud to you. So you will read this page here, and then you'll go back to this one, and then all the way at the bottom, there is another one that says Jews in Auschwitz. If you click on that one, this is the one I want you to read up through this part right here. Through the as a center for the extermination. That's where I want you to finish. You do not have to read these parts down here. This part. Don't need to read that. I just want you to read these first two sections. Okay. So that's all I need you to. I want you to read through them. Your assignment, if I can get back to Canvas, is going to be to pick 2 things that you read about from each of the articles. Okay. So just in a post on this discussion forum board thing, I want you to tell me 4 things you learned from reading those 2 articles. Okay. Can be anything that you learned that you didn't know before you read those. Okay. Be sure that you have 2 from each. So you'll read both articles. You will have 4 things in total, 2 from each article, and just put them in the reply box down there. All right. And this will be, you'll have today, and then you'll have tomorrow to work on this as well. So you don't need to rush through it today. You might even just read one of the articles today and read the other one tomorrow. However you want to do it, just by the time you come in on Thursday, if you're coming in person, I want you to have read through those or skimmed through them and then filled out this part here. That will help us when we come in Thursday, if you're in person, to have a better understanding of where we're at before we start watching the documentary on Thursday, hopefully. So that is actually all you all are doing today. And then I will have another instruction video tomorrow, just kind of reviewing things I talked about today and explaining what you're going to be doing after we finish the documentary later this week. So if y'all have any questions, guys, don't hesitate to email me. I may take me a little longer to get back to you tomorrow since I'll have some kids in the building with me. So if you don't get a response right away, just let me know or be patient. I'll get back to you whenever I get a chance to sit down and respond to them. If we need to set up a Zoom meeting or whatever, we can. And then if you're coming in person on Thursday, if you're still lost, don't panic. We'll go over all this on Thursday when you come in. If you're in online, don't be afraid to reach out and ask me questions. It's a little confusing, a little tough sometimes to talk about this stuff. So if you have questions or just need to talk about stuff, let me know. I am more than happy to set one up, a Zoom meeting, whatever we need to do to get you all through it. And so with that being said, one more thing. Don't forget to take the attendance quiz, please. Makes my life easier. That is actually all I have for you all. If you guys have any questions, like I said, let me know. Otherwise, if you're coming in person Thursday, I look forward to seeing you all then. And then until Thursday, we'll be here. And with that, I hope you all have a good rest of your Tuesday, and I will see you all tomorrow.